Hey everyone, so this is going to be a quick kind of first impressions video of this guy here, which is the Ford Traceless Foundation Stick. Traceless Stick Foundation? Whatever it's called. It's their foundation. They have two foundations. There's the liquid foundation and this one here, which is the stick foundation. I am not used at all to using stick foundations, which prompted me to buy it in the first place. I decided I really need to start. Now, I'm not going to be able to definitely afford to start splurging on higher end makeup by any means, but every now and again, maybe one or two items a month, I'm just going to start getting slightly more higher end stuff because people are asking for it. I love going to Boots and my pharmacies and buying loads of the more affordable lower end pharmacy makeup because there's so much to choose from. It's great quality, but a lot of people do love the higher end stuff, and you know, for me it's good to have it for my kit as well, but it's also good to know why it's so loved, apart from maybe just the fact that you want to say you have a higher end makeup. But I decided I'd give this a go anyhow. It's not cheap by any means. In Ireland this is €70. I think it's the same for the liquid foundation as well. You get a 15-gram worth of product in this though, which is whopping for a stick foundation. Like, I'm used to this kind of size by Vichy, so you can see here it's much smaller. This is a 12-gram, so there is more product in this. Now, the Tom Ford Beauty stuff is only available in Dublin, so it's not the most available stuff here in Ireland yet, but you can get it up in Brown Thomas in Dublin. And I went for the second colour, Pale June, which just from kind of looking at swatches online I was able to figure out what colour I would be. And so far I like it. You'll see now my kind of first impression of just applying it when I was doing the makeup for this look in a second. But it is a hydrating stick foundation. It goes on, it's supposed to be traceless or indetectable on, but it actually is lovely. I wouldn't say it's the highest coverage. It says you can build up the coverage, but it definitely isn't a thick foundation, though it has quite good pigment in it. Watch my first impression now, and I will put any extra thoughts I have on my blog, which will be linked to below. So thanks a million for watching, guys. So I'm going to kind of apply it the way I normally would my Vichy one. So I'm just going to apply it throughout like the centre parts of my face. This is probably a little bit more than what I do with the Vichy one, but since this is more of a foundation, I kind of treat the Vichy one more as a concealer. And I went for 02 Pale June because when I was looking up online, it was described as being well, it was described as being like a NC20, but it's definitely paler than that. But when I was looking at swatches, basically, I was able to see that it was more so of an NC15. So it's definitely a light yellow colour, but it's not as deep as NC20 by any means. And I'm just going to use a small enough brush, and this is the Zoeva Face Shaper brush, and just blend that out. And I'm just going to pop on another light layer. So it's very creamy, and it almost acts like liquid once you're blending it in. It's not really sitting in the pores or looking kind of obvious or solid on the skin like sometimes creams can. It is called the Traceless Foundation, so it should work that way. Now, I kind of purposely didn't really look up about this much online to see what, you know, a huge amount of reviews. I just saw a little bit about what people were saying, and I'll kind of leave that for, you know, maybe a follow-up review in a few weeks time, since I'm only just using it now. But it seems to be lovely, and I've no obviously idea of how long it'll last on the skin or anything like that, but we'll see. But just as initial thoughts anyhow, it goes on lovely. It doesn't look like a pan stick by any means. When my sister saw it, she was like, that looks like a pan stick, and it does. It's a huge stick as well. It's much bigger than other sticks you'd often see in foundation form or in stick form. But again, for the price, you'd want to be getting something for it as well. But yeah, it seems to be really nice. I moisturise really well underneath it. I always would moisturise well underneath these, so we'll see how it holds up under or over any of my maybe slightly oilier areas throughout the day, and I'll fill that in on the blog anyhow. But yeah, it seems to go on lovely anyhow, and it's a bang on match. I'm really impressed with my shade choice, which was just a fluke. Well, not really fluke. I did look up online and check in with the different, you know, just have a look at swatches. That's always the best way. There's so many swatches online. Pretty much any foundation you're looking for, they'll show swatch comparisons. So as long as you have an idea of what colour you are and other, brands or in other lines, you should have a good idea what you are. But yeah, this seems to go on lovely and I like how it looks. That's all I can say really for now. So I hope this was helpful, guys. I'll chat to you all really soon.